Should I put? No worries. Yep, looks like it's going.
No worries. Yep.
Do you want?
No worries. Yep.
Which category should be just
And we're live.
There we are. Sexy transition you got going on there.
Oh yeah. I always got the sexy transitionals.
Voice is awful.
Hmm?
Oh goodness. I my own issues. I hate the sound of my own voice. Like I can't watch anything. I can't watch my own videos, can't watch my streams. I can't. I think it's awful, but that's just my personal opinion.
My voice always seems a lot higher in audio than it does in real life to me. I don't get it. Never do.
I constantly think I sound like I'm complaining about stuff. Can't tell who is who. I am TwitchSharing.
I am little known. The one setting up and broadcasting this whole damn thing. Is the music alright?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet.
It seems fine.
Well, welcome all of 3 people, mostly just Kai and me, to an AMA.
Amen.
Better be amazed.
That is, you're easily amazed, and I appreciate that.
Simple people are simply amazed.
We need more people like you. Sound much different, like a awful person. I don't know. What did you think I would sound like?
Squeaker.
I told you guys I was in my 20s. I don't know many people in their 20s squeak like that. They do exist. They do exist. Don't get me wrong.
They always exist.
Most of the time, I feel like they don't.
I will,
On voice CEO man. No, absolutely not. I sound like a normal person.
Alright, how is that possible? How is the gold streamer bot posting the stream, but it never posts anyone else's streams?
To be real honest, I have no idea. I thought the gold. All right, well, guess that's something we need to look at.
Well, I have zero idea when it comes to bots. It took about 3 hours last night just to figure out how to reset everyone's ranks.
No, Mises, I understand how to use. It's a decently normal bot as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've messed with it a lot over the years, so I think I'm gonna guess that we removed everyone else's and just left this one.
I couldn't tell you.
That would be my guess.
Chief was always the madman behind all of the bots, and I could not tell you.
It's very true. That's very true. Maybe if I go the levels here. There we go. All right, guys, I'm checking on Twitter to see if anything.
Since we're annoying everyone with the ads, I'm gonna just do the reset announcement.
Just spam them hard. So, guys, if you're watching this in the future or right now, we are resetting. So, let me rephrase this for anyone who doesn't know what we're resetting. We have a bot inside of our Discord, which the link is below. It is currently not active. We will be activating it in roughly a week. So basically, when you chat, you get points, and you can't like spam. So there's a cooldown of about a minute in between chats to still gain points. So the more points you have, you get levels, and we have Discord ranks that are associated with said levels. So we have bronze, silver, gold, so on and so forth. And it helps to talk more because you go up that sidebar. So if I'm looking for someone who's live or looking for someone who's popular or very active in the community, I can just go over there and I can check who's gold, who's silver. And then as I scroll down, it gets the people are less active considering. So that is what we're resetting. We're resetting it at the beginning of the year when we reopen and make that link down below available again. So basically, we're just resetting, getting a clean slate, so people who do come back and start again. What's up? How you doing? Yes, we're gonna have to do a reset because we've been actually pretty much we closed the doors on that invite link about probably a month or so ago, maybe 2 months, and so when we reopen that link and try to get some more activity back in here, get some stuff done, we're gonna have to reset. Basically, from what I can see, it looks like it's pretty easy. I mean, we're going to reset in the points. I don't think we've really talked about too much if we're going to be resetting like everyone who is in gold to like drop their rank. We might just reset everyone back to silver or something. We'll figure out exactly what that is going to entail.
Wait, what were we doing? Sorry, I was
Uh,
typing.
we're talking about the reset rank. They're like, ooh, gross. So I was stating that we're resetting the points. We haven't really talked about if we're resetting the roles. So people who are gold right now, we might just take the gold away and
No,
they'd go back down to silver, or
it's
just like clean reset.
I can't differentiate the XP rank because if what happens is if I just take away a rank and someone messages, it'll auto relock them back to whatever rank they were at in regards to XP.
Right.
So
That's why if we reset the XP and then do that. So if we reset the XP, it won't remove their ranks automatically. It doesn't remove the ranks. It just adds ranks. So we can manually go in and kick everyone who's gold down to silver, and then everyone who's silver down to bronze, and we can manually do that after the reset. So we still have some people. People are still rewarded for their current activity.
honestly speaking, the reset is only meant to entail to make it easier for us when it comes to purging you people. Not gonna lie,
Right.
because
Yeah. That's
you AFK boys sitting there with your ranks, you guys don't get purged. You know who you
I
are.
like I'm on the leaderboard right now, and I can go down and geez, some people even in the top 20, 25, I haven't seen talk. For goodness sake, Baker is number 24. Remember Baker? I think he went off to do military shenanigans.
I can honestly say I haven't heard from Baker in over a year.
Ah, he's number 24 still.
So what happened on the first?
So, like, some people have changed their name that I don't even like. Who is Reaper, the Angel of Death? Number 21. No idea who that is. Oh, I think a reset. He has a kid now. Baker does? The military would do that to you. I know a lot of guys who go into the military. Yep. Everyone who gets into the military gets married super young and super quick, from my experience. As soon as you go to the military, it's like, all right, you're getting married. Understandable. You might keep him, let him keep unicorn. Well, I mean,
No,
the unicorn doesn't.
Kai will get that shit back within a week. He gets no exceptions.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. So I'm looking, and I'm looking at Kai, and it says unicorn, but the unicorn staff colors are pretty much the exact same. So it doesn't really matter because the staff is going to cover up the unicorn anyways. Level 40. We technically have two unicorns. Minnie also's unicorn, and Moon is 2 levels lower than unicorn. I feel like we should probably put something in between gold and unicorn because it's gold's 15, unicorn is level 40. So
Well, when we did the first overhaul, what was it last year? That was like Moon's biggest project.
yeah,
It was mostly just to clear out the 1,000 ranks we had because it was like stone, dirt, silver, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, god, unicorn. It was too
But
much.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I want to say it was Mandeep's responsibility for the ranks before that had like a crap ton of ranks, which I understood the purpose, but I think like a level 2 is bronze. That means you've chatted for like 2 seconds, had one conversation, and you'll get bronze.
Well, I remember.
That's it.
I remember what was it like 2 years ago, back when I was still staff, that we had the biggest shit show possible because we decided to make promos level 2, which was like, of course, being talking for like all of 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, that was phenomenal. That was a great decision. So we now anyone who posts in the stream promotion, it's like, all right, you've talked for, you know, a little bit. Level 5. That's just make diamond. If we just make diamond, that's gonna bother me because my brain goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. So if we just add diamond, that's gonna drive me nuts. Just on a personal level, from playing way too many competitive games that have the exact same rank tier structure.
But
I don't know what game did that, but
so far we're not changing. I'm gonna keep continuing with the original reset maneuver of just everyone goes back to 0. Just because I think once we open up the server on the 1st or the 2nd, probably around the same time as I do the wipe, everyone's on an equal playing field. We'll just do a hard wipe of everyone.
yeah.
And if we'll see what the reaction to everything is come next New Year's. We'll see if we'll do the updated version of a reset.
Yeah, or something. But Minecraft, disgusting. I know. I appreciate you guys coming out. I really do. It's short notice. We were planning this for last Saturday or something, but it didn't work.
Because I'm
And
dying.
you're a little bit dying. Are you just still dying the same amount? You should die less.
Equally the amounts of all time dying.
You should not do that.
Well, I should get a better body then. Maybe that's what I'll get for Christmas this year.
I'm an android.
I don't think the technology's there yet.
Work on it. I have faith in you.
I'll talk to Chief. He's good at this technical stuff.
Exactly. He's good at bots. Yeah, on Twitter. Has anyone asked any questions? No, they have not.
Nope. We got a lot.
It's a bit
we got some likes, but that's about it.
surprising. Oh well.
What else is on the docket for the upcoming fiscal year? We're gonna reopen the server. That's because it's been closed since what, last August?
I want to say it's about 2 months. I think it was
like September or October. We closed it down. Had a hard.
I'm pretty
shutdown.
sure it was late October. Like, you know what, 2 months, that gives us enough time to get something established, because I think the reason we did shut it down was nothing was really happening. Everything was just kind of stagnant, which we felt was a big problem.
Well,
like, people didn't have any.
I closed it down
like,
because we were doing the massacre, and we didn't want people joining in as we were wiping people.
Yeah, that was like the original thing. So we removed, like, if you go over to our online bar, it says, or offline, it says 87 instead of almost 1,000. So we did remove like 1,000 people.
We actually,
give or take.
We actually crashed Discord, or the Discord server, doing that for about an hour because it was people were still showing up in the directory, and every time you click them, they would disappear.
Yeah, it was weird. But so we started that, so we get some people who were just completely inactive out, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just keep it closed. They'll know it's much quieter. I'm also like in my microphone right now.
Is this better? My microphone is in my face. I could probably increase that a hell of a lot more. Is that better, Ninja? There we go.
There you go. Yeah, sorry. I'm using my like Yeti microphone, so I'm like, I'm not playing a game, so I can hold it or like have it like real close to my face.
They're also gonna drop your percentage down.
Professional.
There we go. 70% should be better.
Probably a little bit. So once it got closed, we're like, you know what? Let's take some time and really work on trying to get something going, some sort of content, some sort of benefits.
God damn it!
Too low. I just you could bump me up to like
It's your
85,
you're
90.
90 now.
Okay. We wanted to get something going so people actually had some sort of reason to talk, reason to engage, reason to network. I know networking in and of itself is like you should do it. It's good. Make relationships.
But no
Because
one does it.
yeah, like when I end my stream, I'm always like, all right, let's find someone, even if I've never watched their stream before. Let's go in, find someone who's live in the Discord, and raid them or host them or whatever. Just go chat for like 10 minutes if I can, if I don't have to go anywhere as soon as I get off. And then, boom, I have now established myself as another streamer. So that person knows my name, knows that I do stream, and knows that I am willing to support them. I'm not asking them to, hey, you know what? I rated you, I hosted you, you should do the same to me. I'm not saying that because that's their choice. They can do it if they want to, or they can rate and host someone else. That's their discretion. I can only do what's in my stream.
Another perfect way of networking is compilation streams with fellow streamers, especially those currently in the server.
Especially,
Nothing speaks more volumes than having followers of another person go, "Hey, this person's streaming with my favorite streamer. I might take a look at him."
like if you look right now, we have 4 people online. We have one person playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Warrior or Fallen Order, with not a multiplayer. We have one person playing Final Fantasy 14 online, one playing Atlas, and one playing Rainbow Six Siege. 3 out of those 4, you could play with someone else, which I think we need. If we did have more members that were actively streaming, then we'd be able to have more people link up. All right. Then what do you got? Let's see.
Are you talking about your own community, or are you talking about SNS, Ninja?
Yeah.
Because yes, that actually is kind of an issue right now. We have a large EU community, and it's kind of painful for
Yeah.
for me specifically because I'm Pacific time, so I am the ass end of the time zones when it comes to you guys.
Yeah, no, that's the reason we were like, you know what? Let's we can't force people to support each other. We can't force people to actively chat. All we can do is try to show them that it is in their best interest. So that's one reason we're doing this. If we have like a weekly or bi-weekly podcast where we can have people watch it, so get people their eyes on our content, and then have like a guest streamer come join the show.
I
I,
Another thing we're have on the docket, we still have a little bit of planning left to do on it. We're actually going to implement some form of loyalty slash let's say a carrot on a stick for people in the server to continue coming back and chatting. Like as you see right now with the announcement of the reset that Kai and Moon and Minnie are the top 3 people. Maybe one of the things we do is that for people in the top 5, perhaps get some kind of bonus or reward or present or whoever for being active in the community, and we'll just continue to put into that. So the more people that see you get rewards for being active, we're hoping that they'll be more active themselves, and we're hoping that will serve just start snowballing itself to people start helping each other in streams. It's
the only
we really lacked. I'm not gonna lie, we really lacked in the last 2 years with community interactions between our staff members. We tried to do events, didn't overly work out. Not a lot of turnout. We tried to do stream over the week, never got off the ground. We're hoping that in 2020 we will fix these issues and we will actually hopefully have a stronger and more active community from it.
I also think one of our major issues was the vast majority of the members here came from Twitter. That is one location. We are not utilizing other recruitment or invite avenues. So, like having this show on right now, we could easily. So I'm gonna change the category to just chatting. I feel like that is just. I don't think anyone watches the other like talk show one
No idea.
personally.
I
I'm gonna say probably not. I know just chatting's big, so
I know we'll have a lot more link avenues in the future because I think what was it, Glory and a couple others might be will be heading up our advertisement division, and we might even start getting links on like Instagram, and we have our link on Discord over here, but it's down, of course.
yeah,
We'll
just some
we'll have a lot more avenues for people to join us through in the future.
yeah, just something else. Maybe have people who, you know, go find some streamers with under 10 views and talk to them. And then, after the stream, be like, hey, man, I really liked your stream. I really enjoy your content. I think this place would be a place that you could benefit from and it'd benefit from your presence. And, just send them a link to it. Like, hey, I think this Discord could be for you. I really like your content. That's a way that we can see people's content and have people actually that we know what they're bringing to the table and know that they're like wanting to stream. I feel like a lot of people see the link on Twitter and is like, all right, I just started streaming. Let's click it. But they don't actually take it seriously or really care to, which is fine. It's totally up to you. But I think having more like minded people would be much more beneficial.
I also think this is coming from me personally. Uh, Either your account or the SNS account needs to be like retweeting online streams at a faster rate. Because I know for me, when I like tweet at you, it's like, "Hey, I'm live." By the time I'm done my thing, you'll retweet it, and I'll get like 1,000 likes.
Yeah,
So I feel like if
that's
we have
because
a faster response than that, we might actually have a lot more Twitter people showing up at streams.
I think we'd need a bot for that. The reason I specifically take a long time to retweet stuff sometimes is every single retweet I have ever done is done by me manually. I do not use a bot, and I don't think I ever will. Just because there's a bunch of bots that would retweet like incredibly weird stuff. I saw one Twitch bot retweeting a bunch of porn last week just because it had the link. It had no way to know what that picture was of. It just literally started retweeting porn, which is awful, and you should never just randomly retweet porn unless that's your account's goal, which that is not TwitchSharing's goal, obviously, because of the name. So I think that's an important differentiating factor between the TwitchSharing account and other similar accounts. So if we did have an account that, let's say, because you can make, what do you call these? I think you can still do it. Let me 1 second. I think you can make lists. Okay. So easy. Make a bot. That's called stream and share retweet or SNS RT or whatever it needs to be. We add people to a list of like active members, and that bot retweets their tweets
Yeah,
that are in that.
that definitely works.
Super easy. I totally think we could do a bot like that, and we would be able to manage who gets the retweets, who doesn't get the retweets in a very quick fashion. Like, hey, if someone's retweeting a bunch of or tweeting a bunch of really weird, inappropriate things, and our bot's retweeting it, we just remove them from the list. I send them a message on Discord, like, hey, you got removed from the bot because you're sending weird stuff, man. If you decide to not send weird stuff, we'd happily add you back to it. Just we can't be having that weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like I follow so many people on Twitter. I see people like some really weird things and I click on their account. I'm like, did I follow some really random account? No, they're a Twitch streamer and they're like liking naked pictures of people. And I'm like, look, dude, that doesn't people that follow you can see that.
Well, that's why I loved following Etika back in the day. Man, you saw some spicy things coming from that Twitter.
calm down. Like, I understand you like it. Just don't press that button. If you follow it and you see it, I have no idea. As soon as you interact with that tweet, other people can see it. And it's like, whoa, I didn't know you were into that. Interesting. Very interesting. I think having a Twitter bot that retweets just our like Silver Plus members. Like, as soon as you hit Silver, you send a link with your Twitter, and then someone adds you to that list or something like that. I think that's definitely a benefit that we could have.
I think something we
I think,
also need to look into is how we differentiate rank rewards. So far, our go-to is just that silver gets the access to promo, and then gold gets every other possible reward we could think of. So I think we need to think of some new form of tier system when it comes to giving out rewards and benefits.
yeah, something like that. I think the bronze works for me, and I think the silver is fine. But I think having some sort of, I think that if we did have the podcast that we've been talking about, or having other content like this, where we do a mod or staff AMA once or twice a month, just to get, and we don't have to, like, let's say it's just me and you, and then another one in next week is two other mods or something.
Yeah.
Just having this to interact with people is super important.
Even though I'm the only mod right now. Question mark.
Right. Right, but it is what it is. I think that's also something that we failed in the past, is selection of staff members and people who are going to like be leading the community. I think I've done a poor job vetting them properly and making sure that they are interested in doing it. I feel like I failed I think I've thought that they were interested in doing things. This is not for everybody. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. This has just happened multiple times. Someone's like, hey, I'm interested in doing XYZ. I go, okay, that's great. You can do XYZ. And then I give them the tools to do XYZ, but I don't tell them like exactly, hey, do this, do that, do that. I don't like want to micromanage people, because all these people are basically volunteers. I don't want to be rude and be like, hey, I need you to do XYZ. I need you to do this. By next week, I need you to do this. I don't want to do like timetables or stuff like that.
Well, there has to be a push and give though between the carrot and the
Right.
stick and being nice to people. I mean, for the first year of me being staff, what did we even accomplish besides bickering with each other for the longest time? Probably nothing. Because there was a
We
weird.
close the link.
there was a. I mean, I'm talking like 2 years back when I was strictly staff. Like there was a weird power structure between staff, the leaders, and the mods where everyone above staff wanted to keep their power but didn't want to do jack shit, and the staff that wanted to actually do something was getting vetted.
It was a very, I think at the moment, with the very minimal staff we have a pretty good set of people who aren't insane and clowns and aren't like gonna argue and stuff, which is a good start. I think as we reopen, and I think we need to make it more readily available for people to express interest in becoming staff, or doing this, running a game night, running this, doing that. If people are interested, I think we need to make it more readily available for them to express that.
Yeah, but then we'll. I mean, it's got to be kind of a limit though, because otherwise we'll have a point where we have like say 100 requests to be staff, and where we have like 30 staff members. Unless we decide to have like a cycling period where we think people are not working out staff, and we kick them out and we add new people in. But I think personally we need to start small with staff, because at least when I became first staff, there was a lot of staff people, and there was not a lot of like actual activity from that staff. Because we would like anyone would post a suggestion, and then you got like the swarm of people saying "fuck no," or "no,"
Yeah,
or "this is stupid," or "you're stupid." We never
this
got
will never
anywhere.
work. Yeah. But I think just expressing the interest and letting people know that the option is there if they do want to. And then, like, let's say someone I'll give an example, a real example. I had a guy message me. I'm gonna go back in my DMs. I will not. Oh, I'm a little stupid.
Hey Kai, remember I can still ban you. Watch yourself.
Watch your bum.
I have the power here. You have none.
All right, so let's see. A certain member messaged me on the 16th about, said, hey, I came to ask if there's any places for staff in Stream and Share. We had a short conversation of what said person was interested in, and blah 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 blah.
Is
Like,
it
okay.
is it Jay question mark?
I'm not gonna state who it is.
No, no,
I'm just
I'll
gonna.
know what it is if it's Jay question mark.
It probably. Yep. We're gonna go with yes.
Okay.
Uh, so I figured out something that said person would like to do. I brought it to staff. I was like, hey, so and so has expressed interest in doing this specific thing. Let's see how they act. Let's see if they're active, and then maybe when we reopen, said person could have a chance to, do what they wanted to.
Yeah.
Certain someone then proceeded to post very weird things multiple times in suggestion box. Posted one weird thing that I deleted, and in general multiple times. And then said person gets upset about said inappropriate things being removed, and then sends me a message and was like, why did you have to delete my message I sent? I responded, why is it such a big deal to you? As someone that was being considered for staff, do you think what you said is a good look for you? Said person said very rude things, and I won't read, but I'll read this one specific thing. Restricting speech is like it's like a bloody playground. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Like, yes, restricting speech. Twitch restricts your speech. I can't come on here and say the N-word. I wouldn't, but I can't. Twitch would see this, and then this account would get banned or suspended. You can't say certain things. That's the way the world works.
Unfortunately, it's a it's I mean we're in such a PC community now. Like you, and if you look at anywhere, Twitter, here, YouTube, just even in public, you can't say things anymore without people being at some point offended.
Right. And it's not that I don't believe that saying all these things is important to like self-expression. This is a community for people to come and try to connect with other streamers, connect with other viewers, and make friends, and try to build their stream and their brand into something that their dream of. Like, this is a place where people come to try to realize their dream, if their dream is streaming. Like, I don't want people to come in here. Like, if we had someone who was transgender came in here,
We do have someone who's transgender, by the way.
right? But if someone came in and was like, "Hey, I'm a new trans streamer," I want people to accept that and not harass said person. So,
Patient Alice, I believe that's their name in the cord.
I want people to be able to feel comfortable expressing themselves, but like in an appropriate manner. Like, I don't want people, if someone's gay or whatever, like, I want people to be able to come in here and feel like, hey, I can be who I am and not feel like I'm going to get attacked. What you do on your own personal streams, that's them. If they want to say the F word every 2 seconds, that's cool. They can do that. That's in their brand. That's in their stream. That's in their house. This is not their house. This is a playground. This is like public. You can't do that. That's a no bueno. That's kind of like the general philosophy. Like if you're like you and your boys can say the N word and hang out and whatever, that's fine. That's on you guys. You do what you want. But we're not gonna have that. You're not gonna go to the mall and start saying that word. At least you probably shouldn't. If you have any lick of common sense, you would not.
I don't know. I mean, you're gonna offend people all the time. It's just whether you not you decide to be toxic about it. Like I mean, on my personal Twitch that I use, I have no filter, and I like to have it as an open forum for people to be toxic as well. But that's just my platform.
That's fine. That's your platform. You do whatever you want with it. Like if you wanna, like I know a couple big streamers absolutely have no moderators in their chat, and absolutely just let it be just a spam fest. You can post whatever you want.
I mean,
You just copy.
one of the biggest streamers of 2018 to 2019, Etika. If you ever watched through one of his streams, it is the most offensive thing you could possibly watch. Like Etika had zero filter. He was always screaming out the N word. His chat was equally as rude. But that was his charm, and that's why people loved him. May he rest his peace.
Like well, that's fine. You do that. Like well, he was also black, so that's a little different. But I was more saying the people who shouldn't be saying the N word, saying the N word.
If people are gonna say it, people are gonna say it. You can't really stop people. You can stop it as much as you can, but you can't really stop
Twitch
it.
definitely does. They've been. I don't know if you are on live stream fails at all, but I've seen probably like 2 or 3 people get like week suspensions for saying it. I saw someone get suspended for I think it's between a day or 3 days for saying a word that kind of sounded like it, and enough people reported it that he got suspended, even though like it's pretty clear that he didn't say it. But I can understand how like, oh well, you know, it kind of sounds like it a little bit if you're like really looking for it. So like Twitch is really they're laying down the hammer for certain things, but like other things they have I'm not gonna get into it's not just girls. I think the misconception is a lot of the big guy streamers don't really do anything that would get them banned for the most part. Like the big guys, like 2K plus guys don't really do risky stuff a lot of the time. But like,
well, I mean, at that point, they don't do the risky business because they already have a following. A lot of these up and coming guys will do frickin' anything to get a follower.
like small people, if you're not making Twitch money, don't do anything. Just don't. It's not worth it.
On a side tangent, I saw the best piece of Twitch advertisement in my life the other night.
Is it Coke?
No. It's so me and my friends when we get drunk, we'd like to go on Tinder and send out like really obscure like pickup lines and see who picks up on it. One account that I saw was someone who just said, "Don't. I'm not here for anything. I'm just here promoting my Twitch." And it was a cam girl, like a Twitch cam girl. And I messaged her saying, "I appreciate your attempts for getting followers, but you're trash."
I respect the honesty. Let's be real. That's if I wouldn't get in trouble for having Tinder on my phone, that sounds like something I would do. But I would get in very much trouble if a certain person saw Tinder on my phone. I'd be very in trouble.
I don't know. I just personally find like these I don't know girls. I find girl streamers have a lot easier time in coaxing new followers just for the sole fact that they're girls.
It's a give and take.
I already have it, Kai. Don't worry.
I keep trying to get people to download Grinder, but they never want to. They're like, I know what it is. And I was like, are you sure? Have you tried it? They're like, no, I just know what it is. I'm like, come on, no, try it. It's okay. But no, Grinder is sadly the wrong Category of person.
What, you don't want more dudes
For
showing up your stream, TS? How dare you?
No, I just don't want any wieners in my butt. Not my personal it's not my motivation in life, or to have mine in other dudes preference works too. Yeah, fair enough. Other wieners scare me. Like, no, every time I go into the gym, like locker room, so my gym has a pool and like a hot tub and steam room and stuff, so I'm always like, someone's gonna be naked and I'm gonna turn this corner and there's just gonna be wiener. I'm like, please. So every time I turn, I'm like, please no, please no, please no. And then every time there's none, I'm like, yes. I haven't seen one yet. I'm very proud of people for not just like having it out. Nothing wrong with that. As long as it's slightly to the left, we good. We're a directional gentleman here.
What else should we... Fuck, this is an AMA. You guys ask us questions. God damn it.
I'm sorry, I got like sidetracked by wieners. It's okay. Worse things have happened. Worse things have happened. Don't do what often?
Getting distracted by the Huanga.
Oh, I mean, I carry one around with me a lot, so it's very distracting, like on a daily basis. It's specifically one though. I mean, if one did like dangle near me, I would be very distracted. I'd be like, "Why is that there? Please, please keep it away." But let's see. So I think just having some content that Stream and Share can actually produce. I have some experience editing videos a little bit. Um, I have experience talking into a microphone, obviously. I feel like having people that. Okay, all right. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Thank you for stopping by. Give you one of them hearts. That's for you. Having some content that people can join in on, and like curating or creating collaborative content like this. If we had like me and you, and then we brought in, I don't know, one of the gold streamers or something, and we just like had a chat about games, like the podcast would be like two staff members and maybe someone else who's just specifically on the podcast, and then like one other person that is like a rotating member. I
Like,
think that
I can do the research or the reboot of the podcast. It's just more of a need of people wanting to do it. Like, that's the reason why I died off the first time, because no one wanted to do it with me.
right, but I feel like we have to not judge. Like, we've had 3 people come in during this stream, which we all greatly appreciate that you guys did join. So this is like very little notice, and just like literally just like, hey, this is happening, come stop by. We've had 3 people, we've had like 4 viewers most of the time. It's gone up to like 5 or 6. Like, that's a starting spot. That's something we can start at, you know.
For me, it's just I don't want to get to a point where we turn into Waldo's stream way back when, where he was doing it for 45 minutes at a time, and he had 0 viewers and 0 interactions with it. Like, I wanted us to have a sweet spot where we people want us to do it and us wanting to do it, if that makes sense.
I felt like the podcast. I didn't know what stream you said, like whose stream.
Waldo's
okay.
mod stream, whatever that was years ago.
I felt like the issue with that was, like, right now we're both not playing a game. We're not doing anything. We're literally just sitting here paying attention to chat, talking to people, like actually paying attention. He was playing a game at the time, and I felt like that Um, he did like take breaks and stuff, so I'm not like trying to trash what his efforts, but I just felt like there was a much better way to go about it, like what we're doing now. We're sitting here focusing, actually trying to take some time instead of having like 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever. Drop one 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever you can do, and sit and talk and actually have some sort of content going. I think is like really the better way to do it. And I think having some structure, like we didn't really have structure. We're just kind of like going at it this time because I mean the thing hasn't reopened and we're just kind of feeling this out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think the lack of structure and planning and like set time and stuff is fine. As this like I kind of take this as like a pilot episode of a TV show. It's gonna be a little bit rough. It's gonna be a little bit you're gonna get tied up at times. You know, normal stuff that happens. And it might have some dull air
I mean,
or some
it'll definitely re-pick up once we open up the server because I mean, if you look at our actual Discord chat,
it's
we have at most 5 people actually talking in the chat every day, and it's still the same 5 people.
I mean, I get messages. I've been starting to get messages almost daily at people being like, "Hey, your Discord link is broken." I know. I always tell them the same thing, like, "Hey, make sure you follow the stream and share Twitter. That's where you're gonna like see the information, like when we do go live, and like make sure you're paying attention. And like this is the reason why we shut down to like work on some stuff." So I get messages all the time. I've probably gotten like 10 to 20 people telling me this in different avenues. And it's like, I know. People are interested. I think we just have to. People will click on the link. We just need to get people a reason to continue the effort. Like joining a Discord server takes zero effort, but building a community and actually doing something with the Discord server and networking and stuff takes effort. I think if we had some people like some success stories, I think that if we had one or two time slots a week that people could stream in on the stream and share Twitter as like a starting point, or stream and share Twitch account, like maybe like once a week, one person gets to stream however long they want to stream on that account. It gets constant on the account, and it's like a reward because you're getting. I think there's like 1,000 followers, almost. Okay, there's 922 followers on the stream and share account. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the 4 people who are live right now. Can you see how many followers people have? Yeah, you can.
On what, the Twitch
I'm
or
gonna
the?
say, yeah, you can. All right, so that person has 78. And by the way, I'm not naming these numbers as an insult to anyone. Just for warning, for if anyone's like, he's calling them out for having low follower counts. Follower count doesn't matter.
If you want to have low followers, I have 67.
A guy has 84, and I think this guy has. I've watched this stream before, so I think I also fail. Like I need to go on the stream and share account and actually watch people and interact. Okay, that guy has 2,400.
How many of them are bots?
Maybe I mean the guy has 16 viewers right now. That's something, but he's also bronze, and I don't think he's talked more than like
Enough
2
to get
seconds.
bronze.
Yeah, I think he's just like sat at bronze and be like, "Yep, that's good."
Well, I mean, it's twofold. I mean, you'll get the people coming in who want to actually like join the community and whatnot, but you also have the people who will join in for the sole fact thinking they'll get a free sub or a free follow because they've joined a streaming Discord and they'll instantly get 1,000 followers and they're gonna get partner within the week. It doesn't happen. No one's gonna join you because you joined up one day and said, "Hey, I'm live," and you don't talk no more.
Yeah.
I don't even look at people who are even gold because they don't talk very much in the chat. Like I will look at Kai's when he turns up. I'll look at like people that I actually interacted with in the Discord. But I'm not gonna look at some Joe Blow who thinks he's gonna play Fortnite for 45 minutes doing nothing on a PS4 because he can't afford or doesn't have the time to make anything out of his stream. Like I hate that when people use like the inlane streaming service off of Xbox and PS4 and don't take time to even like do anything with it.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to judge people on specifically that because I know that some people that's all they got and that's what they want to do.
But I mean,
I
you can for people. I'm not saying like the technology they don't have to have like a crazy computer with an Elgato, but even going onto their specific Twitch account and just sprucing up their profile page.
gotcha.
Like
Okay.
if you have the blank page and you can visibly see like the PS4 because they have like the live counter in the corner, I'm not gonna watch it. It's boring to me. That's nothing for me. But people who take time to like even make just the next page, I will actually stop and look. But people who just make their account off of the Xbox thing and just go live, it does nothing for me.
Mine is my biggest pet peeve. Absolutely. I've encountered this a couple times. I will be done with my stream. I will go on the stream and share Discord. I will find someone if there is someone streaming at the time, which is I think that's also an issue we have. We need to like specifically state ways to support each other because I think people are dumb and they don't understand how to support each other. They think like just following's enough. Like no, that's not how Twitch doesn't care about your followers. After 50, it doesn't matter. Like you could literally have 50 and have 100 viewers. It doesn't make any difference.
Like
It's viewers.
I hit affiliate in a week. Like I sat down, I got affiliate in a week. Big whoop. It's done nothing for me. Like I haven't had any change in career from that time I hit affiliate 2 years ago.
Honestly, affiliate is legitimately the biggest joke ever. I think that people put such a high like milestone on affiliate. You can literally watch your stream on your phone and get one of your friends to watch it the entire time, and you can get affiliate in a week.
Yeah, you need
Without
actually all you need to do is you just need one stream that lasts 8 hours with three consistent viewers throughout the entire thing, and you don't have to stream for the rest of the week and hit affiliate.
I think you have to stream a couple times, or is it just 8 hours? I
It's
might be
it's
wrong.
for affiliate. I think you have to stream 3 different days, but it's if you stream 3 different days and just do one long stream with 8 hours, it overloads the average to 3, and you get affiliate.
That is true. Yeah. Like I'm gonna check. They Twitch. I think what Twitch did was they saw all these other platforms coming up. I mean, this came out when like YouTube gaming was starting. Back when
I mean, you have all these services now. You got Mixer, you got YouTube, you
well,
got
back when Mixer was Hitbox, I think Twitch was like, all right, people can go there and start making a little bit of money right now. If I put this bar 2 inches off the ground that people have to barely work for, and then they can start making money on Twitch, people will choose Twitch over other platforms, which is true. People will choose Twitch over other platforms the vast majority of the time.
I mean, the biggest downfall of the streamer community is, in my opinion, the fact that you have people like Ninja and all these people who have made millions off the platform and don't have a job and have all these nice cars. So what that does now is you got all these younger generations, these young kids playing Fortnite. See that, oh, this guy with blue hair, all he does is play Fortnite all day long and he has $1 bajillion. And they come on to Twitch and they go, or any of these other servers and goes, why am I not making it? That is the very wrong mindset to do when you're coming into streaming. Is you don't come on here to expect you're gonna make money. Don't even come on here to expect you're gonna do anything with it. I do it specifically just because I can, and that's all I've ever done is because I can. But that is such a wrong mindset. People coming on to these platforms and thinking they're gonna instantly make it big and they don't have to worry a day in their lives. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
If you don't put the effort, the time, and unfortunately the money into your stream, you're not gonna make money.
I think like a lot of people. So I was saying this earlier. I would find someone who is streaming, and I would raid and host them. The notification will pop up. They will look at the notification, and then they won't say anything about it. They won't thank him, me. They won't say anything. Like I'm not looking for like a dance and dog and pony show, but if someone follows me, if someone subs to me, if someone raids me or hosts me or gives me bits or does something to help support me, I feel like they deserve, in my opinion, some sort of recognition, a thank you. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. So
But
I think that's it.
you also need the happy medium though, because I have seen people where you give them a like just 2 bits and they'll freak the shit out. Like
Yeah,
you can't seem desperate for things. Like if people follow you, give them a thank you and maybe talk to them a bit in chat. But if you pay too much attention to them, they're gonna go. They don't want to do that. It's
right.
creepy.
So if someone gave me 2 bits, I'd be like, "Hey, thank you for giving me your 2 cents. I appreciate that."
Quite literally,
And
two
I
cents.
exactly. Or someone gave me 1 bit, I'd be like, "Thanks for throwing a penny at me. 100 more of those, and I might be able to buy something. Appreciate it though." Like just something, some sort of recognition for doing something that they didn't have to do. Just my personal thing. Like some people just don't at all. Like I've rated and hosted people for, and they don't even like they're
Acknowledge it.
not. Yeah, it's not like they're in the middle of something. They're like, okay, if you're in the middle of a gunfight in whatever game you're playing that has guns, totally understand. But I do expect you to see the notification, and then as soon as it's calmed down, like, hey, thank you for that.
I mean, some things like I know like with people that don't have like stream alerts and stuff set up, and people follow them, they don't notice because there's no like
So
notification
yeah,
in your chat
that's
or anything.
fine. That's fine. Like I get that. Um, but like if it pops up and I can physically see it, and hear a noise, I'm like, yo, like, especially my thing is like raids and hosts. I think I go above and beyond to like thank those people because in my opinion, building relationships with other streamers is arguably more important than with just a regular viewer because this streamer can raid and host you and talk to you while he's streaming or she's streaming. I think that's a more beneficial relationship than just someone who doesn't stream and just like watches casually. Not saying the person who watches casually isn't important. I just think that it's rarer to find a streamer than just someone who uses Twitch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, yeah. Also, rule one. I don't know if you saw my tweet like maybe a week ago where I went in. I've been doing this thing where I go into the top games. I'll do it right now. Top games, and I'll just scroll down to whatever game like has like about 2,000 or below. All right, so this game's Saint Seiya Awakening. I have never played it, never heard of it, but I'm gonna click on it. And so I did that one day, and I found someone. So a lot of these low viewer games, everyone is speaking a different language.
Yeah,
Like on this Saint Seiya game,
it's
we got
probably
a Portuguese, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Spanish. There's not a single person speaking English. So this is probably a bad representation of what I was talking about. But let's say one person out of these is speaking English. I'll find that stream and I'll be like, all right, I want to learn a little bit more about this game. So I did that. A guy had a bot that periodically would call people out
for
for just
lurking.
no. It would just say like, "Hey." The worst part. Okay, so if you just have a bot that calls out lurkers in chat, like don't do that. One,
Oh, because
like if I'm
you're gonna get 100 like Commander Roots or Electric Discords or all those bot counts.
yeah, no, the worst one was the guy has a thing that all of his texts do text to speech.
Uh-huh.
So it text to speech a thing over the stream that literally said, "Hey, my name. Thank you for watching the stream. I'm like, dude, I am literally been here for 2 minutes.
That
I'm trying
is
to figure out this game.
that's lazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't want to get called out. I don't want to hear my name over your stream and you talk to me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to look at this game, be like, okay, this is a thing, and then, maybe I'll follow you if I want to communicate. But like, don't call me out for just dropping in.
I
Like,
a thing that I also noticed too, at least especially part of this community, is that when I see people complain that they don't have viewership, and I look at what games they're playing, it doesn't surprise me half the time because they play like the games that are in like the top 5 most play streamed games on Twitch right now. It's like, of course you're not going to be seen. You're competing against 100,000 other people playing like
right.
COD or Fortnite or Halo. Like the most success I've ever had was playing the most obscure game that has no one streaming it.
Yeah, my most success, I had averaged, probably trying to do probably almost 20 times my normal, playing just honestly a random game that, I mean, I really like the game. It's Rim World. But I love the game, but I was the top streamer, so every single person who came in and wanted to watch RimWorld would click my stream. So I had a huge amount of people in there. It was the most uh, not eventful, but productive stream that I've had.
I mean,
And
even
so,
right now, it's like looking at the just chatting section of Twitch, where right now we are competing against 95.7 thousand viewers.
yeah, but that's decreasing fast because I believe the Raj talent show just ended. So that's going to be, he probably hosted someone, and that's probably dropping real fast.
Probably. But even
Like,
then,
I'm
I'm just
watching
saying, it's
it.
like if just looking at numbers like that, if you ever want to stand out, at least if especially if you're just beginning Twitch,
Yeah.
stream obscure and make sure you're appealing for people to
Oh.
come join you. Like
Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard of you know who Space Boy is?
is that
He's a he's a GTA 5 RPer.
no, never heard of him.
Uh, so I was watching his stream one day, and he like stopped his stream for a second, and like didn't like stop, but stopped like playing the game, and sat down and explained how to get started on Twitch. He said, "Fallout, play the Fallout series." He like pulled up the game, pull up the Fallout games, like the big older ones,
Yeah.
and was like, "Look, there are 100 people playing this game right now, or watching this game." Like, I think he said Fallout.
It's either one of the old like the Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics, or he's talking about like 3 in New
Yeah.
Vegas.
So you play through those, and he said like they have an active community. There's always people who want to watch it, but they never are at zero, but they're always at like 100, 200 people, and people will stop by. So you pick a game that's like that, and then you play the next Fallout. Like, you start out with Fallout, then Fallout 2, then Fallout 3, then New Vegas, then 4, and then by that time you have 30 viewers, and then you can try to transition that into some other game.
Like
Um,
my personal gold mine is a game called Movie Battles 2, which is a mod for Jedi Academy. It's an old Star Wars game. And every time I stream that one, I've consistently hit upward of 20 to 30 viewers streaming that game. Because I'm the only one who ever streams it. There's no one else who streams under that category. And that community is essentially Reddit on crack. And you always have 80 people playing that game at a time and on one server. And if you say, hey, I'm streaming on this game, if you feel interested to see what I'm doing in this game, take a look. You will 100% of the time have at least 10 people show up. It is the best gold mine that I've ever discovered for Twitch.
yeah, I'm not trying to discourage people from playing the top games. If your passion is within League of Legends, and that's what you're passionate about, and that's what you want to play, and that's the stream you want to make, do it.
But
you
don't
have to
be.
find something
I was
that
just,
makes you you.
I was gonna say do it, but don't be disappointed when you don't get viewers.
You have to find your niche. You can't just be like, I'm going to play this, and then I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to give commentary. I'm not going to have anything that sets me apart from anyone else. I've just opened the League of Legends section. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 20 people have over 1,000 viewers. Then as I keep going, to get down to where most of the people who would be listening to this or watching this would be located, I have to make the page load 4 to 5 times. I am down probably in the 150th stream. That's around 30 viewers. Now, getting 30 viewers is difficult, especially in League of Legends or one of these bigger games like Fortnite or something. But you have to have something in your title, on your screen, some sort of content that would make me want to press your stream. All these streams, like as I scroll, some of them just look like everyone else's. I can't differentiate some of these.
It was like looking at some of the viewers right now. It's like certain games like Half-Life, Black Mesa, Team Fortress, Fallout 4, Doom have under 300 viewers. Like that is prime markets to get into right now if you want to stream something. Because I mean,
I found a game which I won't so saying my voice is already enough to have a lot of people probably decipher who I am, which is fine. Just don't say anything. I will never confirm or deny. I'll never confirm who I actually am. Like that's just not something I want to do. You'll probably be able to figure it out. It's not hard. I'm not changing my voice at all right now. So if you did stumble upon my personal stream, you'd be able to clearly tell that it's me.
no idea who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like anyone who has like it's super easy. And that's fine. I felt like hiding my voice and identity like behind voice changers and stuff. It always kind of it felt weird. I felt like people didn't um, consider me a person or think I was some random. A lot of people thought I was some really popular streamer that like did this for fun. I was like, what type of lunatic has 1,000+ viewers and like wants to help the little guy with this Twitter account that he's been running for like 4 years? What type of nutcase is
I
that?
was gonna say no one of the top, any of the top streamers. If you look at any like the most
5.5.
well-known streamers, will never acknowledge the little guy. They've made it already. They don't give a shit about you.
Oh yeah, 90%. There are a couple that will host smaller streams or something like that, and that's great. That's something that I'm really enjoy in the community. Like when people do that and they don't just like host their boys, where 90% of the people that are watching you
Or
have
probably
already
following
tried to
you.
watch this other or watch the other guy too. Like I'll take GTA role players on for example. Like there are cliques and there are groups, and when one person in the group ends, they host and raid the other person in the group. But like if you're if you're a fan of one of these people, you have one heard the other person talk many times, and two have probably checked out their stream at some point in time because said person that you normally watch is not online. You're like, oh, I'm generally familiar with this other character. Let me go watch that stream. So like rating them, I obviously you're helping your boys out, but I don't feel like it helps people actually try to find some other content. It's like just directing this herd of sheep.
Anyways, I need to call it a quits because it's. I mean, I'm
Fair enough.
my phone is going off. People trying to get a hold of me, so I've realized how long we've been going.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I appreciate it's been an hour and 15 minutes. So I greatly appreciate you setting this up
Yeah.
and streaming it and everything. So thank you very much. Hopefully we can do some other things like this. I think the stream has died in interest as well.
Yeah, bro.
So
It's I can tell it's one of them is me because I have it up on my account.
yeah, so it's like yeah, probably that's the we just need better advertisement and stuff.
Yeah, the Twitter didn't make it
But
anywhere. So, anyways, I gotta go.
yeah,
So,
all right.
thanks everyone for showing up.
Yep. Thank you guys, and have a good night.
Merry Christmas.